Now we have the reluctant tag team of Killian Dane and Drake Maverick. And they, again, for what seems to be more times than Bobo Brazil faced the Sheik, were booked with Everrise. Everrise doesn't quit rising either, do they? They're on a show every week. I know you have a reluctant tag team partner rule.
No, it's specific to these two.
Specific to these two, because it's been so hokey and goofy. I will just briefly tell you that basically the match was Killian Dane did tag moves with Drake Maverick based on throwing Drake Maverick like a sack of shit into the opponents for the first 45 seconds, and then they took over and beat Maverick up. And then, I'll get you to the point where you stop fast forwarding. And then Pat McAfee and his crew show up. Oney Lorcan, Danny Burch, Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne looks like he's using Donald Trump's fucking tanning bed. And they show up in the car outside the parking lot. They come in the building and they jump in the ring and they get really sloppy heat on the baby faces, except for Pete Dunne. He threw some nice shots, but the other guys got heat on the baby faces like they'd never gotten heat on baby faces before. Maybe they don't teach that at the Performance Center. Southern wrestlers were masters at it. But McAfee's running the camera while the heels beat the shit out. And then they hit Killian Dane with some kind of botched triple team move that looked like the two guys that had him up. One was going for one thing, one was going for the other thing. And the guy that had his fucking feet just kind of went down with it. He landed on his rectum. Rectum almost killed him. And then they went to the break. And when they come back, Pat McAfee and the heels were in the ring. And this was almost an hour in, was the highlight of the show so far. They promoted the Undisputed Era and fucking McAfee. This was a great wrestling promo. He was calling the fans stupid and ugly. He was knocking the fucking guys he was mad at. Since MJF lost his mind and left for musical comedy, McAfee may be the best fucking heel in the business. And he's only had one match. Then they were going to raise Undisputed Era's banner to the rafters, like retired their jersey and put them in the archives. And then the thing lowers and McAfee says, here's the banner and the rafter thing. He's fucking great. He's got personality and he knows what a heel wrestler sounds like. And then they voted on whether they should raise the banner or not, and they decided instead to throw it in the trash can. And shades of Dirty White Boy burning the Confederate flag in Smoky Mountain, they throw it in the trash can, squirt it with the lighter fluid, and set the fucking banner on fire. And then McAfee insulted the fans some more. They left, walked out the side door. Killian Dane attacks McAfee, and then the heels kick the shit out of him again, slam his fucking head in the door. And Pete Dunne kicked the fucking door into fucking Killian Dane's face, and McAfee's like, hey, a little aggressive there, but we'll talk about it later. He's funny without being goofy funny, on purpose funny, and winking at the camera like I'm playing with all this funny. He's funny like a fucking heel. If he's going to be on this show, I have a lot more enthusiasm to watch it, because it needs something, and he's a lot of the something. What'd you think?
I think he's great. I mean, I thought it before. I was upset when I thought he may be going away after the Adam Cole match. He's fantastic as a heel. He's great on the mic. The only thing I didn't like is, and it was a minor thing, I don't like him using inside terms while doing his promo. I think he said, you'll be over, and there was another thing he said. I was just like, oh, why? You don't need to say that. Maybe he doesn't know better.
I'm the same. Well, I'm the same way. You slip though, and when he's speaking extemporaneously, but I'm the same way. I don't like him to use the word kayfabe. I don't like, over. I think everybody kind of gets what over is now, right? As just a reference that people, in the context that they use it in, you would kind of get it without it being real inside wrestling.
You may be right. And
but I take your point that the guys do need to watch when they talk too inside, because then they're limiting their audience to like the internet audience. And also it just doesn't It makes them sound markish, but anyway.
And then we'll see how this heel faction goes. It's an interesting group. You said they don't know how to get heat. I think they said that collectively they've been in the business for 30 years.
Well, but no, see, here's the thing. These guys, especially the guys that are from England, they're used to the modern style, and they haven't been doing television for 10 years each, and they haven't been doing angles for 10 years each. They've been booked in independent shows where they are booked to go and have great matches. They have been in developmental where they get a lot of training and how to have great matches and do moves and be safe or whatever. But you don't fucking get experience on how to do angles and get in and kick the shit out of people and get heat with a sense of urgency and sound and motion and know how to get in and look confident doing it instead of just throwing the kind of haphazard little slappy punches things and flailing feet around. But that's experience and also a very specialized kind of training. We used to do it in OVW because heels need to know how to go in and get fucking heat. I'm not talking about get the people mad. This is the act of getting heat on the babyface, kicking the shit out of them in an urgent and violent and fucking believable way with emotion and passion. That's what I'm talking about, getting heat on the babyface. And they just went in there and it was just sloppy. Because I guarantee you, of all the things they've done in wrestling, this is probably the thing they've done the least. So, anyway.
And then Pete Dunne, I like the fact that he was being serious. I've had a difficult time getting into Pete Dunne. I'm going to say this, and let's see if this gets stuck in your head like it is mine. But
okay.
Every time I see him, to me, he looks like Becky Lynch with pubic hair glued to her face.
Oh, my God.
And that's all I see whenever I see him.
Well, fuck, now you've killed him for me.
But we'll see where they go. Pat McAfee, though, back up the Brinks truck. He's fantastic.
I have a feeling they already have there. We had a video of Mr. Sameface in his house talking to the guy in the horror mask from Scream. So I fast forwarded.
Did you see the video package that he beat Damian Priest for the North American title?
Oh, I did. I did see that because Priest got knocked off the fucking stage through a house or something. Yeah, thanks for coming, Damian. You just got beat by a midget. Great booking on the part of NXT there.